Okay, so welcome to the they shall not be named news of the week. And I am here with my good friend Sue Smith. And guys, whilst you're watching this segment on the replay, if you like what's coming out of a gob, and of course you will do because my logic's undeniable, then do make sure that you head on over to her channel, Sue Smith, for all the royal daily tea goodness. You don't just report on they who shall not be named during this segment, but other members of the royal family as well, such as, Princess Catherine. We have a health update as new plans have been confirmed. So let's go through this and let's see what's going on. So apparently it's been reported that Princess Catherine is set to join the royal family for their summer holiday at Balmoral this month, marking her longest journey since her cancer diagnosis. We do know that they are regular visitors, both Princess Catherine and Prince William, to the estate, spending every summer there since their wedding in 2011. So it looks like, regardless of her health issues, she's not going to make this an exception. She's going to go no matter what, which to me speaks to her quiet strength that she's got, which is absolutely amazing. We do know that she's still currently undergoing the preventative cancer treatment, the preventative chemotherapy. She's mostly been staying at the Adelaide Cottage on the Windsor estate with occasional visits to Anmer Hall in Norfolk. But according to the Mail on Sunday, where all this has come from, she'll be joining Prince William and their children on holiday in North East Scotland, along with King Charles and Queen Camilla. Her decision to make the long journey could be seen as further reassurance that she is making good progress after her diagnosis. So, Sue, before we go any further, what have you heard about Princess Catherine up to date, of how she's doing, what's going on? Like, what's your 411 on it all?
My thought process on this is that no news is good news. I will not speculate. They've asked us not to speculate, even though obviously I might have some medical knowledge in this area. They've asked us not to speculate on what type of cancer she had, so I'm not going to. But I think people are under the mistaken impression that every chemo has to be given by IV or through a port. Some chemo can be done by pill form. So there's really no reason for her, if she's on orals, chemo, for her not to go to, on vacation with the kids and with William.
Okay, that's fair enough. Is there any kind of situation that you would find whereby she wouldn't be able to go on to vacation, just generally speaking, for another person in her position?
I'm going to guess that she hasn't had, see, it's hard to guess. It's hard to say because you don't know what's doing at home. Like, for instance, when she became pregnant with George and she developed, that medical problem where she was vomiting all the time. And they sent her, she went into the hospital. From that point on, with each pregnancy, as she became sick, they took care of it at home. They put IVs in her at home. So, you don't really know what's going on at home. She could be getting, IV boluses and other things at home, but we won't be made aware of that. So, but I'm going to guess, like I said, no news is good news. If things were taking a turn for the worst, and it had gotten to that point, I'm pretty sure the royal family would make some sort of an announcement. There would be something. And they have said nothing other than she's, taking care of herself. And again, it's preventative. So obviously, whatever surgery they had, they removed what they considered to be cancer. If there were lymph nodes around, they probably took out the lymph nodes. And if her margins were clear, then the preventative chemo was just to kill any small itty bitty microscopic cancer cells that might still have been around. Preventative chemo can last for 6-9 months, depending, sometimes longer. And I believe she's been doing this not quite 6 months yet, if I'm adding correctly. So she has a little bit of a ways to go, but she could be behind the scenes. She could be, vomiting. She could have all kinds of other issues that they're handling. So, you know what? Let her go and relax at Balmoral. She's earned it.
Definitely. And talking about behind the scenes, apparently it's been revealed that with their children, they all participate in household duties. Saw Saints Mail on Sunday that I think it would surprise people to see how ordinary things are at home. Do you know what? It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all because Princess Catherine.
She's down to earth.
She's down to earth. Prince William to a certain extent because of Princess Diana. But I mean,
Right.
come on, this is Prince William here, heir to the throne. He was born with a silver, gold encrusted, diamond, emerald, whatever, but spoon up his butt. Let's be real here. But Princess Catherine, she is definitely more down to earth. And so for her to have a household that's quite ordinary and the children do some household duties as well, to me, that's not surprising. That's actually more of a testament to her as a mother and bringing them up in such a unusual, unique circumstance. Let's put it that way.
Correct.
Yeah, the source saying the children help with laying the table, clearing their plates when they're finished eating and helping with tidying up. There's no preferential treatment. Brilliant.
They don't have, she had a nanny. Listen, when she had a newborn and a 2-year-old or a newborn, a 2-year-old, and a 4-year-old, they had the nanny to help out. But it's well known that Catherine was still a very hands-on mother. But as soon as the kids all became school age, the nanny is gone, apparently. And they live in that Adelaide cottage. There's, 4 bedrooms. Each child has their own room. They don't have staff. There's security on the grounds. But from what I understand, there's she's the one cleaning the house. She's the one cooking the meals at night, or William cooks the meals at night. And, the kids help cook. It's normal family stuff. She didn't want them raised with, cooks and servants and maids, and she didn't want them raised like that. She wanted them to be grounded. And I think she's done an excellent job. George strikes me as a very down-to-earth kid. He doesn't run around telling people I'm going to be the future king. You know what I mean? He doesn't run around thinking he's special.
No. And speaking of kings, meanwhile, King Charles is currently at the castle of May in Caithness. Apparently, that's his favourite Scottish residence. He's also been undergoing treatment for cancer, but he's been more out there and more visible, which is great to see. He attended the May Highland Games in John O'Groats on Saturday, apparently. He's chosen to spend some time by himself, planning to move to the Balmoral estate later on in the week. He's anticipated to be joined by additional royal family members from the following weekend. Kensington Palace has not provided a statement on the matter. Speaking of additional royal family members, did you see that headline that Beatrice has been named like the best royal dresser or something ridiculous?
Yes, and I've been saying for over a year that since she got married, her style has massively been elevated, and she does have a stylist apparently who helps her out. I thought this year she just looked fabulous. There wasn't anything she wore that I didn't like, and I can be critical. I can say, listen, that makes you look front. There was one blue dress that Sophie wore one time to one of these garden parties. I was like, what the hell is that? Had these funky ruffles all over the front. She looked horrible. And I very well said, this is like the worst dress I've ever seen. But Beatrice was looking really sharp this year.
Well, she definitely has up to style game. Whether I think she's actually the best dressed royal or not, no. I really don't think that. I think that still goes to Princess Catherine. But guys, with that being said, everyone watching on the live, stay exactly where you are. For those that are watching on the replay, if you appreciated this video and you want more, believe me, of course, there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe, because I'll be honest with you, help us now get to 1 million so we can also get that go play button right there and hopefully cause a Meghan Markle meltdown on Instagram. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Also as well, if you appreciated what was coming out of my good friend Sue's mouth, and of course you did, then make sure you also head on over to her YouTube channel, Sue Smith, for all your daily royalty goodness. Sue, what are they to expect when they come to your part of the YouTube world?
You get a lot of, I don't like to call it gossip, I like to call it prayer concerns. We discuss everybody in the royal family, everything they're up to. Now, some people don't want to hear about certain people. They just want to hear about the working royals. If that's your jam, then skip videos 1 and 2 and go straight to video 3, because that's my palate cleanser at the end of the day. So there's something on there for everybody.
There is something on there for everybody. But yes, guys, you have just watched the non-Hazza and Megsy news of the week. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until the next time, you guys, laters.